This is zMainframes, where we discuss enterprise systems beyond the code. Mainframe interviews are rarely conversations about syntax alone. They are discussions about stability, operational judgment, and responsibility. And yet, many technically strong candidates walk out unsuccessful. In this episode, we explore why that happens, from the perspective of those evaluating the system, not just the code.
There's a pattern I've noticed after interview panels. The feedback often sounds similar. Technically competent, but something is missing. And that missing element is rarely COBOL or JCL knowledge.
That's interesting. When you say something is missing, what exactly are interviewers looking for? Isn't knowing the code enough?
Knowing the code is necessary, but it is not sufficient. Interviewers are assessing whether you understand the system, not just the program. Take a simple question. Why does this batch job run at 2 a.m.? If the answer focuses only on scheduling configuration, that reveals something. The stronger answer explains what depends on that timing, what downstream processes expect that data, what happens at 9 a.m. if it doesn't complete.
Right. So the real question behind that question is impact.
Exactly. I once asked a candidate, what happens if this job fails? The immediate response was, it abends with S0C7, technically correct, but incomplete. A stronger response would address consequence. Reconciliation delays, reporting inaccuracies, operational escalation, that demonstrates systems thinking.
So interviews aren't really testing memory, they're testing perspective.
They're testing judgment. Mainframe environments are operational ecosystems, batch dependencies, control totals, audit checkpoints, regulatory exposure. When you modify one element, you influence many others. Interviewers want to know whether you understand that responsibility.
There's also a noticeable trend toward modernization. Candidates talk about pipelines, Git, automation, even AI. That should help, shouldn't it?
It helps if it's contextual. Mentioning tools is easy. Explaining how those tools reduce production risk is harder. If someone says, we implemented pipeline validation to improve deployment stability and traceability, now that shows maturity. Tools are secondary, control is primary.
So when interviews fail, it isn't because someone lacks technical skill. It's because they haven't connected technical skill to consequence.
That's correct. If you're preparing for a mainframe interview, adjust your focus. Don't only revise syntax, ask yourself, why does this system exist? Who depends on it? What breaks if it stops? Where are the control boundaries? Because the issue is rarely technical, it is usually architectural understanding. And that distinction separates a programmer from a systems professional.
In the end, it's not about the platform, it's about the decisions behind it. You've been listening to the zMainframes podcast, where we explore real-world insights around IBM Z systems, hybrid and cloud modernization, DevOps transformation across platforms, and large-scale enterprise evolution. If this episode added value, consider subscribing and join us as we continue decoding complex enterprise systems in a practical way. Until next time, keep